On night 1, I was created as the perfect endoskeleton, the Mimic. In front of me were 2 humans, and we were all inside of a large animatronic workshop.
Look, David, I made you the perfect playmate for all your ghostly adventures.
Whoa, thanks, Dad. Hey, Mimic, can you do this?
I was about to copy David's movements when lights suddenly flashed across the room. The windows shattered all around us as well-armed security guards came rushing in, and they were all being led by a massive guard animatronic.
This tech is now under the control of Fazbear Entertainment. Hand it over, Edwin.
What? No! This is for my son!
All the guards around the room pulled out flamethrowers and started to burn all of my creator's stuff to the ground. Ah! David, stop this right now! The guard was about to fire back at me when my creator jumped in the way.
Mimic, you have to run. Find David. Keep my boy's spirit safe.
All right, time to wipe your memory.
What? No, stay away from me! On night 2, I was being chased down by the deadly security team.
Stop running, you bucket of scrap!
They began to shoot out taser-like blasts at me, and every time they hit, my endoskeleton would short circuit. I entered the next room and punched one of the nearby crates, causing a pile to fall over.
Where'd it go?
Search the room. It's still nearby.
What do I do? I need a disguise. Looking around the room, I saw a pile of fabric from an old costume. Being a mimic, I had the ability to copy things around me. So with the clothes, I turned into a gesture animatronic. Because of my new disguise, the guards didn't recognize me and rushed past. I ran into the next room, escaping for now. Those guys are way too strong. What am I gonna do? As I said this, though, I heard crying.
So scared.
David! Thank goodness. It's okay. I'm here.
Mimic, I can't believe those guys. Did they really kill my dad?
I'm sorry, but I know that as long as we're together, we can face anything. Right as I said this, I saw a light flickering across the room, which lit up a large vault? Huh? Discarded endoskeletons?
Oh, yeah. My dad stored tons of old animatronics in his vault. You could use their parts to fight those guys.
Wait, I could do that?
Oh, yeah. Come on. I think I remember where the key is.
On night 3, David led me over to another room with a large box at its center.
There! We can use that lever to open the vault.
I did as he said and began to turn the wheel as music started to play. Buddy, what's in this? But just then, a large animatronic burst out of the box. Wah!
Thanks for free. Wait, is that my clothes and my wheel?
Oh, sorry, Suddenly, she clawed out towards me as I barely dodged out of the way. Hey!
No one steals from Jackie!
Hurry! Grab the wheel and let's get out of here!
Jackie tried to claw at me again, but thankfully, her lower body was attached to the box. Haha! See ya! But as me and David turned to leave the room, we heard a loud snap as the animatronic tore herself from it.
Get back here!
Ah! I ran as fast as I could back towards the vault, but she was starting to gain on me. She reached out again and slashed into me, knocking me down to low hearts. Ah! No! On night 4, Jackie was about to tear me apart when she was hit by a crate from above. I looked up to see that David had pushed over a crate to stun her.
The vault!
Right. While Jackie was still recovering, I attached the wheel to the door and spun it. The vault opened to reveal piles of discarded animatronics, but one piece stood out to me. Here goes nothing. I ran over and picked it up, causing my arm to mimic the animatronic's part. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had Chica's arm that held a cupcake platter? What the?
Watch out!
Suddenly, Jackie came rushing out of the shadows to attack. But out of pure instinct, I swung my new arm, throwing out an explosive cupcake. It struck her head on, taking her down. Whoa.
So cool! That's one of the original parts.
What are you talking about?
Some of the first animatronics were made with special parts. That's Chica's arm from the original original Chica. There's only like 6 of those kinds of parts even left.
Well, as awesome as exploding cupcakes are, we're gonna need more pieces to deal with those security guards.
It's all right. We'll find them all together. Hey, what's this?
David ran over and found that Jackie had dropped a note.
It says, Vintage Balloon Boy, delivered to the warehouse by the morning. Hey, that's one of the other originals.
Sweet. To the warehouse it is. On night 5, David and I headed out and made our way to the warehouse in the back of the facility. But when we got to the door, it was completely covered in dangerous wires? Who did this? I looked over and saw that the wires led to another room where we heard,
Where is it? Must have it.
"Stay here, I'll check it out." I quietly followed the wires, where I saw a strange animatronic was tearing through every crate in sight.
Must find it. So hungry. Stay back.
Whoa, it's okay. Did you cover that door in wires?
Maybe. Why do you care?
Well, I just need to get inside, so why don't you take out the wires and I'll leave you alone?
No, you do something for us first.
Okay, what do you want? They brought me over to a crate where I saw a ton of rotten food. Ugh, what the?
See? Food? Old! Need food. We need food!
All right, I get it. So if I find you some food, you'll get us through that door? On night 6, the animatronic agreed to my deals and pointed over to the far side of the room.
You check there. We look here.
I did as they said and began to look around the area. And after some searching, I saw a single apple preserved high up on a shelf. Bingo! I moved around some boxes and used them to leap up on top of it. But the moment I did, the old wood began to crack below me. I made a run for it as the shelves came crashing down. Almost there! I leapt forward at the very last second and grabbed the apple as everything came crashing down around me. Ah! My head.
What did you do? Did you find something?
Yep, one fresh apple. I tossed it over, but the moment I did, the fox head ate it instantly.
No, no fair. It's my food.
I can only find one.
No good, no good. I eat you now.
What? The animatronic angrily rushed in to bite me, so I quickly shot out a cupcake, hitting them right in the face.
Sugar. You had that the whole time?
I honestly thought these were plastic. Well, there's more where that came from if you open the door.
Deal.
With that, the wiry animatronic went over and pulled back the wires to allow us to enter inside.
You look silly. I'll call you Mangle.
Well, Mangle, you want to join us?
For more cupcakes? Count us in.
On night 7, we headed inside the large warehouse with tons of boxes and shelves all around.
Oh no! How do we know which one had Balloon Boy in it?
I think I know which one. I went to the color box and opened to see nothing inside. Huh? Where is he? Just then, a childish laugh echoed out around us.
Welcome to my playground!
All the lights in the warehouse suddenly turned on as bright balloons appeared around the room.
Ooh, pretty.
We watched as Mangle touched one, causing it to explode. Whoa!
Now you play!
We're not here to play. I need your help to stop some crazy humans who are trying to take us all apart.
I'm only friends with people who play with me, so play!
More balloons then appeared all around me, so I jumped out of the way just as they all popped. I began to quickly aim around the room and shoot out my cupcakes to pop each one of them.
Yes! Yes! You're good! I bet you can't beat my high score, though.
And what if I do?
If you do, I'll give you my favorite balloon!
That's it! That's the original part you need!
All right, you're on. On night 8, I looked around the room as Balloon Boy caused more and more balloon targets to appear.
My high score is 10 balloons in 10 seconds. Are you ready?
Ready!
Begin!
I quickly ran around, getting around the shelves and boxes to pop all of them I could. 5, 6...
Go, buddy, go!
I easily popped my 9th balloon, but the last one was far across the warehouse.
2 seconds left!
I'm not gonna make it. I had to think quickly, so I shot the floor below me to jump up high and shoot the balloon. It was about to hit, but it was suddenly moved to the side? What?
Aw, so close. I told you no one beats my high score.
No, you cheated.
What? Nuh-uh. You're just a sore loser.
My words clearly angered him as he leapt up into the air and slammed down onto me. Ah!
We can never be friends now.
He continued to attack, trying to take me down with his powerful hits. Wait, stop! But just then, Mangle came rushing in and held him to the ground with her bite.
Bad toy.
As they did this, I felt something within me begin to shift as I suddenly mimicked Balloon Boy's part. I gained 5 more hearts, his hat, and a powerful new balloon attack. Awesome! With this, I slammed into him, deactivating him with his own attack.
Whoa! You just copied his part by just seeing him use it.
I guess so. That changes things. However, our celebration was cut short as the garage door in the warehouse swung open to reveal the security guards from before.
Target located. Must secure Mimic tag.
The animatronic rushed in and hit me back with a powerful slash that sent me flying. Ah!
No, protect the cupcakes.
Mango tried to run up and defend me, but they sent out an electric blast that short-circuited her endoskeleton with one blow.
That'll teach you not to mess with us. You are just property of Fazbear Entertainment.
I looked over and saw that David was hiding behind the boxes, scared for his life. It's okay, but before I could say anything else, the guard hit me with a blast, causing me to
Power off.
I was suddenly jarred away and found myself in a dark room. What the? Where are they taking me? The back door to the truck opened, where I saw security guards waiting to pull me out.
Come on, let's get him over to parts and services.
Before they could react, I jumped up and slammed into the guard, pushing him back.
Gah! Hit power back on? Stop here!
They rushed in to try and turn me off again, but then Mangle came out of the truck behind them.
Run!
We both made a break for it to the nearest door and burst through it to see that we were now in a massive abandoned mall. Why did they take us here? Just then, the door shut behind us and locked itself?
Hey, get this thing open!
What is happening?
I don't know, but that won't hold them for long. On night 11 and 12, Mangle and I ran deeper into the Mega Pizzaplex to get as far away from the security guards as possible. Okay, I think we're safe. I can't believe they made an animatronic just to capture us.
And what is parts and services?
I just plan on staying as far away from there as possible. Let's find a way out and get back to David. Just before we can move out though, a light came from around the corner, revealing a sun animatronic.
Oh, no. What are you doing out of the daycare?
As he said this, his face suddenly turned to a moon?
It's way past your bedtime.
I don't like this. We turned to run away, but the exit closed off in front of us.
You need to have your parents sign you out, silly willies. Now come here.
He ran in, firing off bright flashes of light that burned my circuits. Ah! I began to fight back, but nothing I did was hurting him. He was about to blast me again when someone shouted out.
Mimic, is that you?
I looked over and saw David had appeared down the hall.
I had to find you. I don't want to be alone.
It's all right, little boy. We'll take care of you.
But before I could react, the daycare attendant dashed over towards him. Wait! I tried to run too, but in a bright flash, I was blinded. And when my vision came to, they were gone. No!
It's okay. Must be in daycare.
Yeah, you save David. I'll look around for a safe place.
Good plan. We'll meet up after. On nights 13 to 14, I was searching around the Pizzaplex for any sign of where the daycare would be. I was about to head into a nearby doorway when the door slammed shut in front of me. Huh? That was the same thing that happened to the security guards chasing us. Weird. What was that? I went inside the now open door, right into the large daycare center. Sweet. I guess someone's looking out for me.
Hey!
I looked over and saw that David was trapped in the cage.
Now, little one. It's rest time.
Hold Hold on, I'm getting you. I ran over to the gate to get inside, but it was locked. Thankfully though, I saw there was a scanner. All right, there has to be a key around here. Looking around, I saw that an employee had left a Faz wrench on a table across the room, and between me and it were a ton of unpowdered endoskeletons. That's weird. I went towards the wrench, but as I passed one of the endos, I heard a noise behind me. Whoa! You gotta be kidding me. On nights 15 to 16, I was surrounded by endoskeletons. Stay back! I quickly reached out and grabbed the Faz wrench, but when I turned back, they all moved to cut me off. I blasted into the group with my explosive cupcakes, shoving them all back. But this just made them angry. They came in to attack me now. So I leapt up and jumped over them. Gotta run! I dashed to the daycare gate, and thankfully, the Faz wrench opened it up for me. Phew, this place just keeps getting weirder.
Oh my, oh my! Are you here to pick up David? Well, I'll happily let you sign him out, but only after a game of hide and seek. Let's see who finds them first.
I can't let him find David first. Even in the darkness, I began to quickly jump around the playground equipment, searching for David as fast as I could. Where are you? Just as I said this, one of the lights turned on.
There you are!
The attendant got there first, but as he pounced down on the area, David wasn't there? Is he trying to distract the attendant? Now's my chance to find him. On nights 17 to 18, I raced to find David while the daycare attendant was distracted by the light.
Stupid faulty systems, turn that off!
Uh-oh. I looked over to see another light turn on, and off to the side was David flipping a switch. Huh, smart. I snuck over to where he ran off as the attendant pounced towards it. David!
Oh, thank goodness you found me first. I was getting scared.
I know, but you did good. Now, let's get out of here. We made a break for the exit gate when the animatronic fell down in front of us.
You found him! Good job, good job! But if you don't sign out, I'll never know if he's safe.
Then, I'd like to sign him out, please.
Too late. You paid for the whole day.
They blasted out, hitting me in the back as I shielded him. Ah! Run! He began to chase us around the daycare cage as I looked for any way to slow him down. Come on, there has to be something we could do. Just then, I saw a generator off in the corner. That's it. We ran towards it, but the attendant was catching up.
Come on, it's playtime.
Before he could catch us, I leapt down and slammed on the generator, causing a blast of electricity to shoot out. It struck him head on and began to make the animatronic glitch out.
It's nap time. Have a wonderful day.
You did it!
And there where he stood was his mask? On nights 19 to 21, I went over and picked up the daycare attendant's mask, causing my body to mimic their abilities. Whoa.
I'm sorry I got caught. I just ran after those guards after they took you here.
It's okay. I'm just glad we're together again. As I said this, Mangle came shambling into the daycare.
Hey, you're going to want to see this.
She led us down far below the mall to the entrance of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza? This is the restaurant's original location?
Yep. No one's been down here in years.
Then, it's the perfect place to hide out. I began to build up some safe places for my friends to stay. I especially made sure David's room was made just like his old bedroom. Just like the old times. I then walked back out to the main room, where I saw a set of doors open on their own. There it is again. I better check it out.
Wait, Mimic! It could be dangerous.
Look, I know you're scared, but I need you to stay here and be safe. Whoever is doing this, help me find you. I have to see where it leads.
Okay, just be careful.
I nodded before heading out the doors to a staircase leading back to the Pizzaplex. It eventually led me out into Phaser Blast? Hello? Suddenly, an animatronic appeared in front of me.
Hello, Mimic.
Whoa! Who are you? But before they would answer, I was blasted with the beam from their mask, causing my circuits to glitch out. Ugh. On nights 22 to 26, my systems were hacked, forcing me into a purple simulation? What the?
All right, Mimic. Let's see if you really have what it takes.
What are you talking about? Just then, deadly bolts of electricity struck down on me. Yeah! I was forced to jump to the nearest platform to avoid being shocked to death. Why are you doing this?
If you survive for 5 minutes, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
As she said this, more bolts began to strike down around me, and I had no choice but to jump and survive. I began to leap between the platforms, mimicking Balloon Boy's movements to make the jumps I couldn't reach. I can do this!
Then let's kick it up a notch. 4 more minutes.
Suddenly, glitchy walls started to appear in the air, blocking me from some of the platforms. That's not good. I was forced to jump to another platform, but then the walls completely trapped me in. No!
30 seconds.
I knew that the next bolt would take me down, so I turned to one of the walls and blasted out a beam of light from the daycare mask. And because of this, I was able to dodge the final bolt just as time ran out.
Wow, you actually made it. I guess you really are who they say.
On nights 27 and 29, the simulation around me faded as I appeared back into Phaser Blast. All right, can you tell me who you are now?
My name is Vanny. I've been watching you ever since the guards brought you here. You're the new animatronic tech they've been talking about using for years.
That's what they said when they found me. I just want them to leave me and my friends alone.
The security guards are not going to stop until they dismantle you to the last piece and use you to update every animatronic they have.
Then that means, will everyone have their memories wiped?
Exactly. I will not let that happen. So, sorry I had to test you, but I needed to make sure you were ready for this.
For what? Just then, Vanny's eyes flared as a trapdoor opened up below me. I looked around at my new surroundings to see that I had been dropped into a system of vents? Hey, what was that for?
The vents are the only way to find DJ. He has the next original part.
DJ? Who is that? However, before I could get my answer, a few spider-like animatronics came running down the vents, clashing together loud cymbals.
Hey, no one's supposed to be here.
Oh no! On nights 30 to 32, the small animatronic began to chase me through the vents. I was crawling as fast as I could to try and find a way out. But with all the connecting paths, this place was like a maze.
Leave!
Ah! I instinctively shot out a beam of light into the animatronic, sending him flying back and bursting through the wall. An exit! I crawled out into the vent, into a large Fazcade. But that's when I saw that the animatronic I hit had crashed into the DJ setup, completely destroying it. Loud stomping started to sound off, coming from a nearby tunnel, as the massive DJ Music Man crawled out.
Who broke my set?
I think this is just a big misunderstanding. I'm here to...
I know why you're here, Mimic, and I don't want any part of it, so get out!
As he shouted out, all the lights in the Fazcade began to light up. Wait, I just want to talk. But he didn't listen and charged into attack. His massive arm swiped out, slashing me back against the wall. Yeah! I had no choice but to fire back at him, but my attacks did nothing against his massive size. I have to find another way to stop him. On nights 33 to 35, I began to run around the Fazcade as DJ Music Man charged after me. Thankfully, I was much smaller and could easily weave around the arcade machines to gain some distance. Yes! Wait, where did he go? Just then, he came spinning out of a nearby tunnel and slashed me back again. Yeah! But as I hit the wall, something happened in the lights in the room.
No!
I turned around to see that I had crashed into a breaker on the wall, which turned off some of the power inside. Maybe that's how I stop him. I need to find the other breakers. Quickly, I began to charge up the stairs in the room, looking for more.
Where are you going?
Once I was on the second floor, I saw another breaker on the far wall. There! But as I rushed towards it, DJ came out through the tunnel in front of me. Stay back! This gave me just enough time to turn off the second breaker, causing the room to almost completely power down. Sweet. Looks like I only need one more. After quickly dashing walking away, I saw the last breaker was at the top of a long storage hall, but DJ was furious and came charging in after me.
Why won't you just leave?
On nights 36 to 39, DJ Music Man rampaged down the hall after me. The breakers I flipped had weakened him, but it was clear he was doing everything he could to take me down. I'm trying to save us all.
We were safe here until you came along.
His voice sent out a blast of sound that hit me, taking me down to low hearts. No! With my remaining strength, I barely reached out in time to flip the last breaker before he reached me. And because of this, he short-circuited.
God! No, you're going to kill us!
Listen, I don't want to be here either, but the security guards took me away from my home. They are the ones you should be mad at.
You're right. Please, stop them.
He finally trusted me and began to play a song with his musical parts. I instinctively mimicked the song, causing my endoskeleton body to begin to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts and now learned how to perfectly mimic DJ Music Man's powers. Yes, thank you. Now we can work together. I turned to flip back on his power. However, someone burst out into the room. What the? There in front of me stood the one and only Freddy Fazbear.
You, where's Gregory?
Huh? Calm down. Who are you talking about?
Don't lie to me. Where is he?
Without warning, Freddy rushed in to attack. But before he could hit me, DJ jumped in the way, taking the hit instead.
Get out of here, Mimic! You're the only one who can save the others!
Freddy was in an all-out rage and took him down for good. Wait! I wanted to fight back, but the attack caused the ground to crack open as I fell into darkness. On nights 40 to 44, I fell down into the lower levels of the Pizzaplex. Ugh, my head. Why did Freddy do that? He clearly wasn't himself. Just then, I started to hear a voice nearby that was crying. I walked towards it, where I saw a sad-looking puppet crying in a corner. Hey, is everything all right?
What? No, nothing is alright. Someone stole my music box. I'll never be whole again without my original part.
Wait, you're one of the originals? I'll help you, as long as you can help me in return.
I'll do whatever it takes to get it back. Please.
With that, the puppet and I teamed up as they led me down the hallway to the entrance of Monty's Gator Golf.
That stupid alligator took my music box and ran in here. I bet he got it all covered in disgusting swamp water too.
I'll go find it. You just stay right here where it's safe. I left the puppet's side and made my way into the swampy mini golf course. And as I looked around, I saw a colorful box up above. There! But how do I reach it? Aha! Running over to the control panel, I noticed that all of the buttons' labels were scratched off. Alright, this one. I clicked one of the buttons, causing the pipes around the room to open up as water flooded the course. Wrong one! On nights 45 to 47, I tried to hit the button again to turn it off, but nothing was working. The water flooded into the controls and hurt me. What the? With no other choice, I started to jump onto anything I could to jump above the water level. And looking around, I realized I jumped closer to the main water pipe. I have an idea. I leapt up and slammed down onto it, bending the metal to close it shut. Thank goodness that worked. With that, I carefully jumped my way up to the catwalk, only to see the puppet's present was lying right beside the unpowered Monty Gator animatronic. Did he steal it? Whatever, now's my chance. I quietly snuck over and picked it up, but as I did, Monty began to power back on.
Give that back! It's mine!
What? It's not yours! He rushed in and began to try and bite into me with his powerful jaws. Wah! I shot out Music Man's soundwave under him, causing the catwalk to break. Sorry, but you did try to kill me first. I began to walk across the catwalks when suddenly Monty leapt back up from the water.
You think they didn't make me waterproof? Come here!
On nights 48 to 52, Monty came in as I ran around the catwalks trying to find a way out. I finally saw the exit on the far side of the room. His attack struck the wires holding the catwalks as everything began to shake. Oh no, the floor fell away below us as I darted towards the exit.
Rock and roll!
Spinning around, I launched a cupcake right into his mouth, which exploded him back. This allowed me to barely make it through the exit before I fell into the water. You really think they would make the main characters of this place way more friendly? I eventually found my way back to where I left the puppet, only to see that the security guards had found it too.
You've invaded us for too long, puppet. Your costume will fit nicely onto one of our new models.
No, please.
Stay away from them! I tried to rush in to defend them, but the security animatronic sensed me and slashed me back.
Mimic located. Get them down to parts and services. Now!
On his command, more guards came running up and shocked me with their weapons.
This caused me to short circuit.
On nights 53 to 56, the puppet and I were thrown into a containment chamber inside of parts and services. Please, don't do this!
Memory wipe protocol booting up. Almost ready to complete objective.
I slammed into the glass, but it was no use. I can't let this happen. The memories of David are all I have.
All I had was my music box. Now I'm going to forget I ever had it.
Oh, right. Here. Sorry, I couldn't do more to save you.
No, wait. This is perfect. Watch.
The puppet quickly used the power from the box, allowing him to teleport out of the containment chamber. Whoa! I focused on what they did and mimicked his ability, which caused my body to grow stronger. I gained 5 more hearts and could now teleport with my own present box. Yes!
What the? Sir, they're escaping.
The guards all rushed to attack, but I blew them back with the sound wave. Take that! However, the security animatronic then came running in too.
Secure the target!
I began to fight with the animatronic, but it was clear that he was still too powerful. Yeah! We need to get out of here! While Puppet ran into the exit, I blasted at the guard with my light to blind them, allowing us to barely escape. On nights 57 to 59, we safely escaped from the security guards and made our way back to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
What happened? We heard a ton of explosions and
I'm okay, David. I told you I'd be back. And I brought us a new friend. Everyone, meet Puppet.
Hi.
More friends? Come on, let's make you a room.
With that, me and David worked together to build up the puppet their very own place in the old pizzeria. I then took the time to tell David all about the other animatronic I had met.
So Freddy's gone mad?
Yep, and he was asking about someone named Gregory?
Yep, that poor bear is nothing without him.
What do you mean? Fanny led me to the back of the room and opened a staircase leading even deeper underground.
Down there is where Fazbear Entertainment trapped their most terrifying creation. Last I saw Gregory was when he went down there to destroy it.
You have to get Freddy on our side. He's the last original animatronic.
Don't worry, I'll find him. On nights 60 to 63, I headed down into the dark hallways, keeping an eye out for anything. Why are those here? Just then, I heard a voice call out.
Who's there?
I ran towards the voice to see that he had been trapped inside an old office. Gregory? It's okay, I'm a friend.
What are you doing here? It's not safe.
I came to save you. Freddy and Vanny are... However, before I could explain, I heard someone coming around the corner. There, staring at me, was the horrifying evil animatronic Springtrap.
You have to run, now!
No way! I'm not leaving you! I shot out an explosion at Springtrap, hitting him head on. But as the dust cleared, he was completely unfazed? Oh no!
Let's see how many times you can be pulled apart and put back together again.
On nights 64 to 68, I was forced to run as the horrifying Springtrap ran after me. I tried to lose him in the maze of the hallways, but just when I thought I did, I turned the corner to see him in front of me. Whoa!
Die!
He slashed into me with his decayed custom, taking away tons of my hearts.
Run to the furnace traps!
Huh? I dashed away from Springtrap and ran into one of the rooms with red vents on the floor. Here? But before Gregory could answer, closer, Springtrap rushed in for another attack. Thankfully, the vents turned on, blasting into him with deadly flames.
That's it, hurry! Lead him to the next one!
I did as he said and began to search around the halls for the next set of vents.
Nothing will save you. Nothing can stop me.
He continued to slash into me as he ran, but with Gregory's help, he was getting extremely weak as well. Finally, I made it to the last set of vents, but he expected it and ran past the flames. Take this! I sent out a powerful music blast, pushing him back into them.
No, I always come back.
Yes, we did it! On nights 69 to 73, I was finally able to go back to the office as Gregory opened up the doors.
Is he really gone?
He's gone, and you're safe now. But we need to hurry. Freddy has gone on a rampage trying to find you. We quickly ran back to the Pizzaplex's main atrium, and there on the stage was the one and only Glam Rock Freddy.
Where's Gregory?
Hey, buddy, look! I'm here!
He's safe now, Freddy, so let's just calm down and...
No, you took him!
Without warning, he came charging into attack. He used his overwhelming strength to slam onto the ground, causing the entire atrium to shake. I knew I had to keep my distance, so I ran back and began to fire out blinding beams of light towards him. I don't want to hurt you, Freddy. Don't do this. But nothing was stopping him.
Freddy, stop!
He slammed into me again, sending me flying back into a pillar. Gah! And because of this, the balcony crumbled over Gregory. On night 74 to 77, I raced towards Gregory, and with my teleport, I was able to push him out of the way. You all right?
Yeah, thanks.
With that, Freddy charged up and looked confused.
You saved him?
Yes! That's what we've been trying to tell you. I'm on your side. Freddy finally calmed down as he and Gregory reunited. But our celebration was cut short, because just then, we heard a horrifying laugh coming from the stage. What? You're still alive?
I told you! I always come back!
The room suddenly erupted in flames as Springtrap took control of the electronics in the room.
No, we have to stop him.
The two of us rushed into action to take him down, trying to get on the stage. But more fire began to spray out, keeping us away. We can't get close.
Leave it to me. You keep him distracted.
We split up as I called out to Springtrap. Hey, over here, you rotten bunny! I fired down all the attacks I could, drawing his attention towards me.
Fools! I will not be stopped!
On night 78 to 80, Springtrap continued to send off an explosion of fire around me, blasting me back with each hit. How did he get stronger? My attacks still felt like they were barely hurting him, but they kept him from seeing Freddy sneak up. I fired down all the attacks I could, trying to keep his attention on me.
Oh, Freddy, I made you stronger than that!
Springtrap blasted him back, nearly burning away his entire costume. No! We have to do this together. It's the only way.
All right, follow my lead.
We both walked up to the stage, face to face with Springtrap.
How adorable! You really think you can defeat me?
More flames shot up all around us as I kept my eyes on Freddy. I began to copy his movements and completely mimic them as I felt my endoskeleton change. Now, we rushed in together, landing a deadly slam that finally knocked him out. Yes!
Whoa, Mimic, look!
I noticed that during our fight, I mimicked Freddy, causing me to upgrade. I now had 35 hearts and the overwhelming strength of the Fazbear Superstar. Awesome. On nights 81 to 85, Vanny appeared on the stage in front of us.
Finally got what he deserves. I'll make sure he doesn't get back up again. But while you guys were busy with him, Mimic, you have to hurry. The security guards are setting up something dangerous in Roxy's Raceway.
Oh no, I'll check it out. You two get the others from the old pizzeria. I split off from the group and made my way into the massive go-kart track, Roxy's Raceway. All around, the security guards had set up defenses, and in the back of the room, they were working on a powerful-looking machine.
Good work, man. Once we get this thing up and running, it'll short-circuit every last animatronic in the Pizzaplexx.
What? I can't let them finish that. or we're gonna be done for. By quietly sneaking around, I began to make my way closer to the machine, dodging the security guards that were patrolling. All right, just a little bit closer but suddenly I accidentally hit a security laser, which sounded off an alarm across the room.
Mimic detected. Secure the endoskeleton.
On nights 86 to 90, the guards' defensive turrets locked onto me. Wow! I teleported around, trying to use the race course as cover. But just when I thought I was safe, the massive security animatronic slammed down in front of me. It hit me back out into the open, where the turrets could shoot me again. I was hit from all sides, as the powerful shocks of electricity were starting to make me short circuit. No!
Nice try, Mimic. But nothing will stop us from making a new generation of animatronics with your parts.
I was about to be shut down when suddenly the security robot swung out towards the humans?
Protocol initiate buzzsaw.
What's gone into you? Hurry, reset him.
One of the guards pulled out a remote that made the large robot pulse with energy as Vanny came falling out of it. What? No!
I'm sorry I couldn't do more. You have to stop them with the others. Go!
This opening allowed me to teleport to the exit, but when I looked back, I watched in horror as the security guards destroyed Vanny. I can't believe this. I'll make sure they pay. On nights 91 and 94, I safely made it back to the underground pizzeria, where David and all the others were waiting for me.
Oh, wait, where's Vanny? The guards, did they?
Those humans are monsters. They think they could just tear us apart like we're just some costumes?
Then we're going to stop them together.
Yeah, we're with you, Mimic.
You said it yourself. As long as we're together, we can do anything.
That's right. Let's make sure they never come back to use us for parts ever again. Everyone began to go around the base to prepare for battle as I went over to David. Hey, you need to stay here.
What? No, I'm coming with.
It's too dangerous. Those guards will do everything they can to tear us apart, and I can't lose you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, everyone else, let's finish this. On nights 95 to 99, we marched out of the pizzeria and made our way back to Roxy's Raceway. There, all of the remaining security guards were waiting for us.
It's back. Blown to pieces.
Focus on completing the machine. Fazbear Entertainment is paying double for the overtime.
With that, all the turrets began to fire out towards us as we charged in to attack. Security guards were running up left and right, trying to turn us off with their electric attacks. Thankfully, my friends were too fast and took them down before they even had a chance.
Peekaboo!
I continued to push forward, knowing that I had to get to the machine before they could activate it. However, the defensive turrets were blasting down on the track, making it much harder.
I got it!
Mangle jumped up and tore into the turret with her bite, destroying it. Nice! With that, I was finally able to make it across the racetrack to the final two guards and their giant security animatronic. On night 100, I was face to face with the guards that attacked me all of those days ago.
Finish the machine! Activating dismemberment protocol.
The animatronic rushed in, trying to take me down. Its explosive attacks were still stronger than ever, and its massive size kept me from getting to the machine. Whoa! But I was much stronger now, and started to blast it with all the original parts I had mimicked in the Pizzaplex. Take that! I unleashed a powerful sound wave that sent the robot flying back.
Welcome to Fazbear Pizzaplex.
What? No! Get back up, you tin can!
With this opening, I was able to run up and slam into the guard, finally taking him down. Yes! Unfortunately, though, he flipped the final switch on the machine, causing it to power up. I tried to fire out a cupcake at it, but it struck me with a powerful shock, knocking me down to low hearts. Gah! I'm not gonna make it. It was about to power us all off, but just then, the security robot walked up to the machine. Huh? I looked over and saw that David had picked up the remote and was controlling it.
This is what you get for messing with my friends.
He made the robot slam right into the machine, causing it to explode in front of us. Whoa, we did it! And with that, the security guards were finally defeated, and us animatronics could finally